mistakes I see at clubs. The second thing I see that is pretty much across the board is that guys don't touch enough. You know, we haven't touched at all in this environment. Kind of only reason why is because my face. We haven't caressed at all. One of the reasons why though is because this is kind of a seemingly professional environment, right? We're doing an interview and talking. But the truth is, typically, if I wanted you to actually feel friendly with me, I'd be like, well, listen, you know what I'm talking about. Even that, you know, just that for a second, is enough to where now I bridge that gap. Right? Now you feel comfortable with me getting close to you here, right? But if I didn't do that, we kept talking, and then all of a sudden I went like this, it would be really weird, right? So what happens in the beginning is in the first 10 to 30 seconds you have to touch. And it could be that quick. It could be like, well, listen, here's what I think, right? Blah, 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 and you're talking to a girl. And that's it, just like that, right? Or come here, and you put your arm around her for a second, and then you take it off, right? There's something called, I'll give this away. This is something that typically don't give away, but I'll give this away. There's something called touching with TLC. And this is an acronym you can remember to know exactly how to touch at different stages of an interaction. That means that when you first meet a girl, during the attraction phase, which if you don't know the attraction phase, then you got to learn that first, obviously, but during that phase, you want to use temporary touch. That means that you don't keep your hand wherever you're touching, you don't keep your hand there for more than 3 seconds. That's it, then you take your hand off. And you can only touch in certain areas, you can only touch in places that are sort of not personal areas, right? Shoulder, maybe arm over here is fine. You know, I can be like, you know, listen, this is blah, 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 and we're talking, then I take my hand off, right? Upper back, you can do that too, like put your arm around them for a second and let go. And that's it, pretty much. After that, you get into eventually you'll get into a certain stage called rapport after that. And, or connection, or whatever, it's got a lot of names. And that's where you're making the deep emotional transition and connection with the girl. And if you've done everything right in the stage before this, in the attraction phase, then when you get here, you're gonna use L type of touch, which is lingering touch. That's when you keep your hand on for 5 to 8 seconds, and then you take your hand off, right? So it's a little bit longer. Now you can touch hands more, you can actually touch face, you can touch, you know, inside of the arm, you can touch lower back. That's pretty much it, right, from there. And then finally, during the seductive stage, whenever you're really getting more sexual with a girl, you use constant touch, the C, right, TLC, temporary, lingering, constant. Constant touch is if I was in seduction, you know, in the seduction phase with my girlfriend, I guess, there's time to be there with, I would be, maybe have my hand on her shoulder, and if I wanted to move it to her leg, I wouldn't take my hand off and touch her leg. I would slide it down her body. I wouldn't take my hand off, right? And if you come in too early with constant touch, creepy, immediately. You get kicked out immediately, right? If you come in too early with lingering touch, then you're needy, right? That's friend zone. You fall right into the friend zone. And if you stick around in temporary touch too long, and in the beginning, she'll lose interest, right? So you have to push this gradually through these different stages. If you don't, you'll lose her. She won't be interested anymore, right? That's just generally how it is. Now I know it sounds really formulaic, right? But this is truly how we act, and truly how this all works. So if you weren't aware of this before, there actually are stages. The final stage is called relationship balance, and that's where touch isn't really involved in that process. I mean, you touch during a relationship, but you don't need to escalate it so much.